Hi everyone, welcome to our class. This is Basic English with Mrs. A or Teacher Eileen. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about parts of a sentence. In the previous one, we have known what a sentence is, and we know that a sentence is a group of words that has a complete thought. This time, we're making sure that our sentence is indeed a group of words that has a complete thought by knowing its different parts. So if you're ready, let's begin. Let us review first on our previous topic. In our previous lesson, we talked about sentence and phrase. So what do we mean again by these words? When we say sentence, these again are the words or group of words that has complete thought. And it begins with a capital letter and ends with a punctuation mark. Whereas phrase is a group of words that is not complete. Now, for this lesson, the one that we are going to discuss is something connected to sentences. This time, we're going to know how it is that we can make sure that our sentence is really complete. Let us read the given sentence. The Christmas tree is very bright. In our past lesson, we know that a sentence is a group of words that has a complete thought. But the question is, how do we know that our sentence has a complete thought? We know that a sentence is complete if it has a subject and a predicate. Just like this given example. The Christmas tree is very bright. The Christmas tree is your subject, is very bright is your predicate. Subject and predicate are what you call as the parts of a sentence. Let us discuss first the part that we call as subject. So what do we mean by subject? The subject in the sentence tells who or what the sentence is all about. It is the topic in the sentence. It can be a noun or pronoun that does the action or the one being described in the sentence. So basically, the subject is what the sentence is all about. Examples. The tiger stalks its prey. So what do you think is the subject here in this given sentence? Remember, the subject is the who or what the sentence is all about. It is the one being described or does the action. If your answer is tiger, then you are correct. Tiger is indeed the subject in this sentence. It's the one stalking its prey. How about this one? It looks scary. The subject is it, which actually represents the word tiger. Remember, a subject can be a noun or a pronoun, and it replaces the noun tiger in this sentence. So again, a subject can be a noun or pronoun that does the action or being described in the sentence. So the subject is the topic in the sentence and the one being described. Let us now discuss the other part of the sentence and call it as predicate. The predicate gives us information about the subject or it describes the subject. It contains the verb that tells what the subject is doing. The verb, when we say verb in the sentence, it could be a linking verb or an action verb. Remember, kids, a sentence is not complete without verbs, be it linking or action verbs. Examples. The bird is in the cage. Now, in this given sentence, what do you think is the predicate? Now remember, the predicate is the one telling us or describing to us what the subject is doing. If you say is in the cage, then your answer is correct. The bird is the subject and it is the one being described. And in this sentence, it tells us that the bird is in the cage. If you notice, we started off our predicate with the verb or linking verb is. So kids, always remember that a predicate begins with a linking verb or action verb. Let's have another example. It wants to get out. It here is a pronoun representing the bird. And wants to get out is your predicate. Again, our predicate begins or contains our verb. So again, the predicate describes the subject and contains the verb that tells what the subject is doing. So our sentence is complete if it has a subject telling us who or what the sentence is all about, and the predicate tells us or describes to us what the subject is doing in the sentence. Once again, a sentence is complete or has a complete idea if it has the two parts in it or if these two parts are present in the sentence. We call them a subject and predicate. It is a subject if it is the who or what the sentence is about, or it is the topic in the sentence. The predicate, on the other hand, tells what the subject does, or describes or tells us what the subject is doing in the sentence. Now let's practice in identifying subject and predicate in these given sentences. The first one is, Jane and George ordered pizza for dinner. What do you think is the subject and the predicate in this sentence? Let's have subject first. Who ordered pizza for dinner? If your answer is Jane and George, then that means this is our subject. So remember, kids, the subject tells us who or what the sentence is all about. In this case, it's about Jane and George. So what did Jane and George do? Or what did Jane and George have for dinner? They ordered pizza for dinner is your predicate. The predicate, on the other hand, tells us or describes to us what the subject is doing. In this case, in this example, it is telling us that Jane and George ordered pizza for dinner. Very good, kids. Let's have another one. The boys are playing volleyball. Who are playing volleyball? If your answer is the boys, then that is our subject. But what are the boys doing? They are playing volleyball is your predicate. Good job, kids. Now let's have one more. They went to Enchanted Kingdom. Who went to Enchanted Kingdom? They. That is your subject. Remember, a subject can be a noun or, in this case, a pronoun. And went to Enchanted Kingdom is your predicate. Predicate contains the verb or the linking verb in the sentence, and it tells us what the subject is doing. Very good, children. Let's have another exercise. This time, let us identify if the underlined word or words is a subject or predicate. Let's start with, my parents will attend a party tonight. My parents here is your subject. I am 7 years old. Am 7 years old is your predicate. So again, a predicate begins or contains the linking verb or the action verb in the sentence. In this example, we have here the verb or linking verb am. We have a new classmate. We is a pronoun that acts as the subject. Now, subject can again be a noun or pronoun that is the topic in the sentence. And last one, the dog ate all the snacks. Ate all the snacks are the underlined words. And this is the predicate in the sentence. Great work, kids. That's it. So, remember that a subject is the one that is the topic in the sentence, the noun or pronoun that tells us who or what the sentence is all about. The predicate, on the other hand, are your words that tells us or gives us information about the subject. It describes or tells us what the subject is doing in the sentence. That's it for today's lessons. I hope you have learned something. Once again, this is Basic English with Mrs. A. Thank you so much for being with me in this class. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.